What's up guys, Ivan Carranza here, and this is video number 2 of unlocking your fretboard. In case you haven't watched video number 1 and you're not familiar with the circle of fifths, I highly recommend you to check that out. There's gonna be a card up here and also a link in the description below for you to check that out, because we're gonna talk about topics that I mentioned in that video, so it's important to know what I'm talking about here. So on the first video we talked about mainly just jumping from one note to the next root note. So for example, C major to F major, B flat major, and so on and so on. On this one we're gonna play the respective triads to each chord that we're playing. So we're only doing first just the major keys. So we're playing C major, F major, B flat major, E flat major, A flat major, D flat, G flat, B, E, A, D, G, C, right? And we're only playing, root, third, fifth right now. We can stay that for a second. We can play it like this, like I just did. So middle finger, index finger, pinky. Or we can play like this. Like this. That already gives you two options and to know how you can fret the notes, right? You're not stuck with one position only of triads like this. So you can expand that and play like that. And what I'm doing here is the root note with my index finger and then going 2 whole steps to the right to the third, to the major third. I'm playing with my pinky here. You can also do it with your ring finger. And then the fifth with your index finger. And then you run that shape also across the whole circle of fifths, and that gives you, the knowledge that you don't only have to play a triad. That you can also do something like this. Now we want to connect the major triad now to the minor one as well. So like we spoke in the past video, we did C major. The relative minor to that would be A minor. Frame the root note with your index finger, the minor third with your pinky. That's 3 frets to the right, so it's A, C, and the fifth with your ring finger on E. And you can play that shape also across the whole circle of fifths. So C major, A minor, F major, D minor, F major, G minor, and so on and so on. Run that through a whole circle of fifths. Just like with the major triad that we changed the position here or the shape to this one, you can also change the shape of the minor one. You can, instead of playing like this, for example in G minor, you can do it so root with the ring finger or your pinky, minor third with your index, and then you shift positions to the fifth here. Or you can also, depending on the position, you can also do it across 3 strings. And if I was to take, for example, B flat minor, let's say, I can do it like this, or like this, like this. And just using those 2 shapes, the major one, the minor one, the other major one, and running that across the circle of fifths is gonna train your hand, your head as well, because there are some positions around the neck where you can't play certain shapes. For example, if you want to play this shape for F minor, you can't do it on the first fret here because you can't go to the left anymore, so you have to do this one. If you play an octave higher, however, you can do it here, right, or here. So by doing this and changing the shapes of each one of the triads and running that through the circle of fifths, you're gonna discover in which positions of the neck you can do certain phrases or certain hand positions, because sometimes, like just like demonstrated with F, you don't have the notes available. The next step would be to add the upper octaves of the eighth. So and then go back. So C, E, G, C. And go back, and the same for the minor. So on and so on. And the next step would be to play the triads over 2 octaves, and that way you're covering a much wider range across the neck. So I would be playing C major, for example, and then go back. The relative minor to that would be A minor, F major, D minor, B flat major, G minor, and so on and so on. And with that, you're covering, like I mentioned, a much bigger range across the neck, and you're gonna find, you know, the notes in this area of the neck, because sometimes, you know, it's kind of fuzzy and foggy. You don't know what you're playing here because we spend most of the time here. You know, these are the money notes. But knowing your way around the fretboard can definitely help you if you have to transpose things. I hope you guys found this helpful. Let me know what you think in the comments. And also, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay up to date with the content that's coming to the channel. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care.